Alright, this is my Remington 700. It's an ADL 30-06. ADL means that it's just an internal magazine right here. There is no magazine underneath, okay? That's all it is. Bought this for $700 at Wal Mart, so it's probably not the best brand you can get, but it does a good job. I showed a video before, which you guys might be seeing by now, just of how accurate this thing is at 100 meters. On this, right now just covered up, is the Centerpoint scope. It's made by Centerpoint in Bloomingfield, New York, I believe it is, something like that. And I took the front sights off just because I don't need them. I'm not going to use them. I have the scope on it right here. Limb saver because I really kind of need it. This thing has quite the kick. And right here is just places I can hold cartridges while I'm firing. It's a lot easier. I'm going to take off that. And this is the Centerpoint scope right here. This is what I was shooting in the video entitled 30-06 and show off, or Remington 700 30-06 and show off. The covers are actually pretty nice covers. They're pretty sturdy. Well, okay, maybe not, but they haven't broken on me yet. I've actually dropped one once and it didn't break with the scope on it. These are rubber right here, and this is all just plastic. And I'll tell you a little bit about the scope. Right here, this thing isn't really focusing, but it's quarter MOA at 100 yards right here. And so, as you can see on here, there are numbers, little tick marks. I can adjust for bullet drop. I can compensate for it. That's for elevation, and this is for windage right here. This over here is the adjustment knob for how bright your reticle is. I can change from green, as you can see right here, and I can go all the way to red. I have 11 settings for each one of them. There's a little dot you can't see right there, but anyway, that's just the scope itself. It's a 4 by 16 by 40 millimeter scope. It has a mil-dot reticle. You can't really see that well. There we go. That's the reticle. Actually looks a lot better in person, don't worry. Overall, the scope's very nice. I only bought it for $70. It's the adventure class, and oh yeah, all right here goes up to from 0 to infinity for parallax settings. It's a very nice scope overall. I've owned 3 of them. I returned one of them because I dropped it like 5 feet and it didn't work anymore. But this one's working great. So back to the rifle. This is a Harris bipod I bought at LL Bean in Maine. It's a nice iPod. I really suggest getting an bipod like this. These things are really nice. There's an adjustment screw down here. You can adjust it. It attaches to your to the lug that you attach your thing to. Yeah. Anyway, right here is a trigger. I don't know the exact technical term for it, or the actual poundage for the trigger. I've never actually measured it, but it's what I've heard called, and I have called myself, a hair trigger. Means it takes absolutely nothing to set it off. Very nice trigger. Put it on. Right now it's on fire, and the safety lever is back here. That's fire. And all you have to do to squeeze off around is it barely takes any pressure whatsoever. It goes back, as you can see, that much. Hardly anything. Very nice. Has a smooth action. So yeah, it just falls back by itself. I can give a little push for kinetic energy and everything like that. But very nice. That's about it on the rifle itself. Recently I've gone into reloading. Like literally, reloading is you take your brass, you take primers out, you put brand new primers in, and you make your own rounds. You load them as high as you want within regulations. Nothing blows up, not get too much pressure in the chamber. So I just want to show you what kind of rounds I'm going to end up loading for this thing. They are Hornady 30 caliber, 308 diameter, 110 grain VMAX bullets. Now there's a difference between bullets. Bullets are what I'm going to show you here. A round is the full thing. It's the brass, the powder, the primer, the bullet, everything together. That's called a round. These are what bullets really are. These are target and varmint rounds. The really varmint rounds are here. This is what I'm loading into it. It's 30 caliber, the little red tip right there. They call it a ballistic tip. It's a varmint tip. It's polymer. What it does is it explodes upon contact into like shrapnel, like not like metal shrapnel you see in the War movies, just little tiny pieces. This thing will not necessarily penetrate all the way through, but I'm using for target rounds mainly. Some coyote stuff because it'll blow up the coyote if you use something bigger. That's what I got for rounds, and that's my rifle. I hope you enjoy this, and tell me what you think. Give one last look around of it. A laminated stock. You can't really see that. This thing is really out of whack right now. But that's the rifle.